U.S. Steel shares have dropped 11% in the last week. Options traders betting on a bounce, says Pete Najarian. He joins us from Minneapolis with unusual activity. Hey, Pete.
Hey, how's it going, Scott? Great to see you, man.
You too, bud. What do you got?
Yeah, well, in U.S. Steel, it's pretty interesting. Now, we've talked about this theme since the very start of 2019 of everything being fairly short-term. This is fairly short-term as well. They're going out about 2 weeks. March 22nd, these options they're buying today are expiring. They're the 21.5s in March. They expire, like I say, on the 22nd. They're also financing this by buying a downside put. We call it a combo trade. So they're selling some puts to the downside, buying these upside calls. Very inexpensive, 2,000 of those trading today for about 13 cents. So can this thing make a little bit of a move? It's been down there. I mean, you talked about down about 12% over the last week and a half or so. So stock has actually been pulling back, but maybe it's got a chance to make a nice bounce. We'll see if that happens. I bought these calls, so I'll be in there for about, call it 2 weeks.
Okay.
Now I got another one for you. Now go to the chips. These chips have been on fire across the board. When it seems like we talked about them almost endlessly. Well, AMD today is the stock, but what we're looking at there with the options, they're going out exactly 1 week. They actually expire on Friday, Scott, and they're getting pretty aggressive. They're buying exactly where the stock is trading at 21.5. They're buying 21.5. They're expecting this stock in the very short term to make a move to the upside. These options are a little more expensive. These are trading between 30 and 50 cents, and they bought over 6,000 of these when they initially bought this trade. So I like what we were seeing there. I got an update for you as well. I'm in those, by the way, and I will be till the end of the week. But Mellanox. Now, this is one of the names that John talked about. February 19th, he talked about the April 110s being bought for about $3. Those today on this takeover from NVIDIA were aggressively, that big move, the 110s, they're well into the money. So they actually went all the way up and through $9 a share, or $9 per option. So very, very aggressive. But the interesting thing was they also came back again after John had talked about it on the 25th and bought 5,000 of the March 115s. Those exploded to the upside as well. So some interesting paper in a stock that we don't see a lot of in this chip name as we see it with NVIDIA today. And by the way, look at that move in NVIDIA. They've been buying calls in NVIDIA. So they like this deal. They like the high performance of what they're getting out of this. And obviously, we're going to see if those NVIDIA calls actually perform as well. So a lot of strength today in that tech sector, but specifically in the chips. Yep.